In the headlines, after a week-long investigation of the suicide of a suspect cornered by authorities, an identity is released. A man who stole a vehicle carrying a sleepy 2-year-old girl in 2006 is finally charged, and police need your help in identifying a bandit who hit up a local shoe store. That's in today's crime report. Also, the town of Nashville is asked to take a stance on whether bringing a chicken processing plant to their area would be good for their town. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in to WHIG-TV Newsbreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. First, breaking news as Rocky Mount police are still investigating yet another murder in the city. Wednesday evening, police say they responded to shots fired on Sunset Avenue and Lee Street. There they found the scene of an accident where 18-year-old Shaquem Avent, the driver of a burgundy Cadillac, had collided with a white BMW before hitting a brick wall. Police say Avent had been shot and died on the scene. His body will be transported to Pitt Memorial Hospital for an autopsy to determine the official cause of death. The driver of the BMW was not seriously injured. If you have information into this case, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers. After a week-long investigation of the suicide of a suspect cornered by authorities, an identity is finally released. According to Nash County Sheriff's Office, the man was 40-year-old Stephen Michael Brown. Authorities say Brown took them on a vehicle chase last Wednesday night, with him eventually breaking into a home for cover. When confronted, deputies say Brown turned the gun on himself. He was pronounced dead on the scene by EMS at the home on Leon Road in Rocky Mount. Through their investigation, the sheriff's office found that Brown, a native of New York, had been living in Johnson County for the last 5 years under the false name of Randy Singleton. Investigators also found that Brown had multiple aliases and false names that he has been using for many years. In addition, Brown had a lengthy criminal history under many of those aliases up and down the eastern United States. A man who stole a vehicle carrying a sleepy 2-year-old girl more than 4 years ago is finally charged. Rocky Mount police say 35-year-old Toby Sherrod Leonard had been charged on November 14, 2006, in the case where a female victim left her vehicle running in front of Cousins Food Mart on Westridge Street at around 1 a.m. while she went inside the store to make a purchase. Her daughter was asleep in the back seat. It said Leonard entered the woman's car and drove away with her daughter still inside. He allegedly abandoned that vehicle on a roadway in Richmond, Virginia, with the child still asleep. Police say the child was located and was not injured. New evidence found this week linked Leonard in this case. He is currently already serving a 14-year prison sentence in the North Carolina Department of Corrections for habitual felon and other charges unrelated to this case. Police need your help in identifying this bandit. Rocky Mount PD say Monday the man pictured here allegedly stole shoes from the Shoe Carnival located at 1452 Jeffries Road. The picture was obtained by the store's video surveillance camera. If you can identify the suspect, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 252-977-1111.
Whoever did it, they took a good man from the community because whatever you need, if he can help you, he'll help you.
And a $2,500 reward is still being offered in the murder of a well-known Rocky Mount store owner who was gunned down as he closed his shop. The Rocky Mount police is currently seeking witnesses or information to lead to the arrest in the unsolved homicide of Rafiq Salim Sulfan, also known as Sammy, in his community. This crime occurred shortly after midnight, March 8th, at Sammy's Food Mart on 1100 Old Wilson Road. You can call Crime Stoppers or Detective Robert Rothrock at 252-972-1465 if you have information into this murder. In other news, a local deputy receives an award from the state. Nash County Deputy Brian Ricks was recently presented the advanced certification from the North Carolina Sheriff's Training and Standards Division by Nash County Sheriff himself, Dick Jenkins. The award comes after the completion of the state program, which is designed to recognize those dedicated deputy sheriffs for their education, professional training, and on-the-job experience. Deputy Ricks is currently assigned to the Civil Division of the Sheriff's Office. That division is responsible for the safety and security of the courthouse, judges, and the people who come to the courthouse. Deputy Ricks has been employed with the Sheriff's Office since 2003 and has worked in other divisions at the Sheriff's Office, including patrol and several years as a school resource officer. We congratulate him on his most recent achievement. When we return on Newsbreak, tonight is a meeting on the state of local jobs and what opportunities lie out there for the people of this community. This and more right after these words.
It's back for a limited time. Every Buick and GMC is now being offered at GM employee price to the general public. Plus, you can now get 0% financing for up to 72 months too. Where? Only at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount. But that's not all. At Davenport, you'll also get something that GM employees don't even get. A lifetime warranty. GM employee price, 0% financing, and a lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time, and it's only available at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to WHIG TV Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. Tonight, the community is encouraged to come out to learn about the state of local jobs and what opportunities lie out there for the people of this community. Mayor David Combs and the Rocky Mount City Council will host a town hall meeting on jobs and economic development beginning at 6 p.m. at the Word Tabernacle Church located at 820 Nashville Road in Rocky Mount. The city says the meeting will include several guest speakers who will provide information about state and local job opportunities in industrial and retail sectors, as well as retraining opportunities. Again, everyone is invited to attend. The town of Nashville is asked to take a stance on whether bringing a chicken processing plant to their area would be good for their town. Recently, they were forwarded documentation from the Upper Coastal Plain Council of Governments asking for comments on the proposed Sanderson Farms chicken processing plant. The plant hopes to be built on NC Highway 97 and Interstate 95 in Nash County. Our part of the documentation sent was a form to give the town a chance to offer their opinions on the issue of Nash County expanding its wastewater collection system for the construction of the plant. This document was from the State Environmental Review Clearinghouse, which manages the North Carolina Intergovernmental Environmental Review process. It said this process is not to veto a proposed activity, but to offer input as to the environmental consequences of bringing a plant to this area. As of yet, no one with Nashville's Town Council has made any comments on the potential project. And many at our local library were surprised to see a cow in their midst, the Chick-fil-A cow, that is. Wednesday at Brazzaville Memorial Library, Director Jane Blackburn introduced us to their special guest.
Our special guest is the Chick-fil-A cow. Come to visit us today to celebrate National Library Week, going on all week through Saturday. He's here with some Chick-fil-A coupons to give away to folks who are lucky enough to come in today.
The Chick-fil-A cow wooed several kids, teens, and adults, encouraging a healthy diet and reading. We spoke to Linda Bunch with the Youth Services Department yesterday to learn more about what other activities are scheduled to take place this week.
We are always open to the public for youth services and want all the children in the area to come to our wonderful resource area here at Brazzaville Memorial Library. And this is National Library Week. It started on Monday. We've had special story times. Today we've had Chick-fil-A cow. Tomorrow we have I Love My Library Because Day, that everyone, no matter what age, can come and write. We call it on our wall, but it's on some paper, and why you love your local library, which is Brazzaville Memorial. So we want everyone to come out tomorrow. And on Friday we have our read dog, Lily, and her owner, that will be here at 4 o'clock. And I'll back up to Thursday night. We have our RAGS, Read and Grow Story Service. Storytellers will be here at 6 o'clock. They are awesome. So please bring the children at 6 o'clock on Thursday. Very special program. You don't want to miss it. And then on Friday, the read dog, Lily, will be here at 4. And then on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, we will have Lily back again. Everyone loves Lily. They go in and read to her, so it really creates a lot of reading interest in children to read with Lily. They can also read with animals at home as well, but Lily's a special dog. And then at 10:30, that's when Lily will be here, and the RAGS girls will be here for another family story time. So we've got a week full of activities. Everyone can look on our website, which is www.brazzaville-library.org, or call us 442-1951, extension 244, and I'll be glad to answer any questions anyone may have about the activities for the remaining part of the week. But please come out and support us, National Library Week.
On Saturday, there will also be special appearances by Rocky the Reading Rabbit. After the break, it's the latest in sports and weather. Don't go anywhere.
It's back for a limited time. Every Buick and GMC is now being offered at GM employee price to the general public. Plus, you can now get 0% financing for up to 72 months too. Where? Only at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount. But that's not all. At Davenport, you'll also get something that GM employees don't even get. A lifetime warranty. GM employee price, 0% financing, and a lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time, and it's only available at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount.
When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV NewsBreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the country, Country Inn and Suites, rocking out.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now for a look at the forecast, here is Fred Holdsworth. Fred?
Thursday, 14th of April, 2011. And we have a strong storm system coming through our area. It will be in here tomorrow night through Saturday, into Saturday night. And we will probably get a pretty good dose of rain out of that. Maybe some strong storms with it. And you want to be on the lookout for that. So again, get that weather radio ready. Here we go again for another chance at some severe weather. Now, in the springtime, these thunderstorms can develop into pretty strong storms. They don't have to necessarily be severe to cause some damage. And remember the severe criteria now. You have quarter-inch hail and winds of 58 miles per hour or greater. So that's the criteria. So anything under that, just under that, won't be severe, but it could still cause some damage. So be on the lookout for that. Now we will see kind of a split weekend coming up. Saturday, pretty wet, but Sunday, a sunny sky and mild temperatures will be in the mid-70s. Now as this storm goes through, our temperatures will not drop appreciably behind it for the highs, as we'll be in the low to mid-70s throughout. And that's about normal for this time of year. The normal low 47, the normal high 73. So we'll be right around that normal criteria. Let's take a look at our forecast map now and see what we can expect for today. First of all, rather large area of possible severe thunderstorms today. And notice right here a warm front. As this warm front pushes ahead, behind it, it will leave unstable air, and that can set off these strong to severe thunderstorms. So people living in Kansas, the eastern part of Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, most of Arkansas and northern Louisiana, southwestern Missouri, and northeastern Texas. This area right here, they could see some strong thunderstorms to severe thunderstorms today, and that is from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Cold front stretching out from a low over the Oklahoma Panhandle. This will be moving into Texas. High pressure over Virginia. This will start to ease off the coast by tomorrow and give us a moist return flow from the southeast on the bottom side of that storm, of that high pressure system, and this will bring an increase in moisture to our area. Now, rain will be found from Michigan westward into the Dakotas and southwestward down through Colorado, eastern Kansas. This will be a pretty good rainmaker for this area, starting maybe tonight and going through Friday and into Saturday. They could pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain, say in the Chicago area. As we look back farther to the west, heavy snow is possible in the Dakotas, the western Dakotas, eastern Montana, and also in the upper elevations of far western Montana and Idaho on up into Canada. Same thing would go for the Cascades over here in Washington State and Oregon, and rain along the Pacific coast. High pressure over the Gulf Coast combining with that high over Virginia will give another pretty day to our area today as well as tomorrow. Well, let's look at our forecast now and look at some detail. For today, sunny with a high of 73, north wind at 5 miles per hour, clear tonight with a low of 44, wind southeast at 5. For tomorrow, Friday, partly cloudy with a high of 74, east wind at 8. Friday night, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms and a low of 55. Winds will be east 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 76. Saturday night, showers and thunderstorms likely with a low of 53. For Sunday, it will be sunny with a high of 73. Sunday night, clear, 46 degrees for the low. And for Monday, partly cloudy with a high of 75 and a low of 51. Yesterday's high, 71. Our low this morning was 43. And that's a look at your Rocky Mount weather.
Thanks, Fred. And here with the latest in sports is Edward Green. Tell us what's going on this week, Edward.
Well, Marie, hopefully a lot of the teams out there are getting to enjoy a lot of this good weather. I know on Tuesday we had a little bit of rain, so some events were rained out, but it looks like they're going to be made up this week, especially with one team we're going to take a look at right now.
All right.
Well, in her 4th season as head varsity coach at Southwest Edgecombe, Beth Madigan is already building a quality program at the school. In her 2nd season, while Southwest was a 3A school, her team advanced to the 4th round of the state playoffs. And last season, they made it to the 2nd round after dropping down to a 2A school. This season, the Cougars are 8-6 overall and 3-2 in conference play, and currently sit 3rd place in the conference. I spoke with Coach Madigan as well as #1 starting pitcher Kelsey Page about how this year's team has been helped by the playoff experience. So we are here with Beth Madigan, coach at Southwest Edgecombe for varsity softball, and this is your 4th season with the team. You made it to the 4th round of the state playoffs 2 years ago, 2nd round last year. What has that experience been like being a young coach and going deep into the playoffs?
Wow. I mean, it's been like an emotional roller coaster. We came in, we had a great group of girls, finally got some hitting to come around. When we made it to the 4th round of the playoffs, we just kind of all put it together at the right time. We lost on an era that was pretty costly. But it's been a great overall experience. It opens your eyes to some different things. I mean, you go different places, you travel different places and see that, there's different ways to go about softball and different plays to make.
Now, since you've been the coach, you've transferred from a 3A to a 2A school. What's been like that kind of transition for you guys?
Well, we actually have, we're a little more in our field of play now. We were competing with some larger 3A schools. We were a smaller 3A, so now I feel like we're in our competition range. We're competing with, our level of what we have as far as, attendance and school enrollees. We're all comparable now.
You guys are 3-2 right now, 3rd in your conference. What's it going to take to make it back to the state playoffs?
It's going to take for us to find that A game and stick to our A game. We, right now, I don't feel like we're playing to our fullest potential. We have a good game, then we have a bad game, and then we'll have a mediocre game. In order for us to make it to the playoffs and get a deep run into the playoffs, we're going to have to bring everything that we have and put it all together at the right time.
You have 2 games to end the week, one at Farmville Central on Thursday and then at North Pitt on Friday. What are some of your thoughts going into those 2 games?
We're just taking one game at a time. Our main thing, our fielding error percentage is very, very low. We are mainly focusing on hitting and getting hits at the right time. We're pretty good at hitting. It's just we need hits in crucial moments. We need hits when there's girls on 2nd and 3rd and scoring position. We need those hits and those bunt plays to come through for us.
Lastly, have you noticed a lot of veteran leadership from those girls that have been here through those playoff battles?
Yeah, most definitely. They and I keep saying about their experience, they know a lot about softball. They play travel ball. They play year-round. They're very, very knowledgeable about the sport, and also they're great leaders. They don't mind stepping up and saying, hey, let's fix this, let's do this. To some of our younger players that might not know how serious going to the playoffs is, they take leadership. They take it very serious. They take leadership on the softball field and not on the field very serious.
You were actually a starter on the team that went to the 4th round of the state playoffs 2 years ago, as well as 2nd round last year. Now you're the #1 pitcher. What's it been like making that transition from playing 2nd to now being the #1 pitcher?
Well, it's definitely a lot more pressure. Definitely feel like the team's depending on me to help them.
Did you being the going to the 4th round of the state playoffs a couple years ago, having that experience, do you feel like that's helped you a little bit this year and kind of being a leader?
Definitely, like, experiences, like, a lot in softball. Just helping them out, like, knowing that you have to put everything into it to make it through and make it through the playoffs and everything. So experience is definitely a lot.
And you also have the team's one home run in conference play so far. So what's it been like kind of being not just a great pitcher, but great batting too?
Well, that's definitely a plus, but I know that any of the girls on the team could hit a home run as well, and they probably will before the season's over.
What's it like just having this kind of close-knit group together? You guys play a bunch together. I'm sure maybe play even travel ball together too. Just having that kind of camaraderie there, what's that meant to you guys as you go along in the season?
Well, we definitely mesh, and like if somebody makes error, we can always pick each other up, and it just works really well when we're all together and we know each other really well. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and so that helps a lot. What
do you think about going into the state playoffs? If you guys make it, what's going to be the big key going forward for you guys?
We really just need to like focus on our offense, hitting the ball, because our defense is great.
And you guys have 2 games this week coming up near the end here. We have Carnival Central as a road game, and then on Friday, North Pitt is also a road game. What are some of your thoughts going into those?
Just keeping our defense tight as usual, and just make sure we hitting the ball and just doing what we do.
And again, as we mentioned in the story, the Cougars do play this afternoon at 4th place Farmville Central, and Friday they head to North Pitt. So Marie, some tough conference competition for Southwest as it tries to make a return trip to the state playoffs.
All right, well, we wish them all the best of luck.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Edward. That's going to do it for us here today on NewsBreak. Join us next week as we continue to bring you news that's impacting our community. For WHIG TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.